Hello, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome. We are finally at the finale episode of The Council. And as you can see, I am here live streaming this with a handful of friends. Again, this recording is happening over the holidays. It is just before New Year's Eve, and I wanted to get all of the councils done before the new year was over and I go back to work and back to reality. So this was an important time for me. I know that means a lot of people can't hang out with me live, unfortunately, but there's always next time. And, you know, I figured I was planning on recording myself playing this anyway by myself. So I figured I would just live stream it, and if anyone was available, even if it's one or two people, then it's just icing on the cake. So, if you guys remember, spoiler alert, of course, if you're watching this video, hopefully you've already seen the last 4 chapters as well. But things got really, really crazy last episode. I mean, from finding out that we are actually a demon, to finding out that the woman we may have slept with, I didn't, but you may have slept with your sister, and that your mother is actually also your sister. Yeah, that got really weird. It went from real quick 0 to 100, or 0 to 666, yes. I never got into Doctor Who, but I assume they all go out in a UK exhibit. I've heard the Sherlock one was good too. Yes. So anyway, thank you and welcome to Hannah and to Kanpetokis and to Kevin, if you're still there, for hanging out with me while I go through this, because I'm excited to find out how this all ends. So let us start, shall we? It's my last chance to gain as many stats as I can.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
I forgot what the command is
You
for that.
take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She didn't make it, Mom.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. Never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
As always, if the sound balance isn't right, let me know, but I think it should be good. So I guess seducing
Trust
everyone.
yourselves. It's all already in there.
Why are you all surrounding a coffin? I don't like the fact that you all are surrounding a coffin right now. Is this like the Nosferatu? So I guess seducing everyone wasn't the way to go. Seducing someone has actually done very well for us. Mortimer's office, January 24th, 1793. The Council, the final episode, the climax,
Dear
checkmate.
friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence. I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you have all been affected by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That
Yes.
is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know what we have to do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can. Now, please, go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you?
Yes, Father.
I'll be needing your services in a certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust. It is very likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team.
I'm pretty sure
I
he
shall
will.
keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to... how can I say this? To persuade the members of Gregory's group.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You'll have free rein, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence.
Of course
Let's be
not.
very, very clear about
That's
that.
not my style.
You must bring them all over to our side.
What if
one after the other.
What if I can't?
And what if I fail?
I have faith in you, my son. Great faith.
That doesn't answer my
That
question.
notwithstanding, should any of them resist, we'll decide what to do afterwards.
I don't like how
Now
you
go.
say that.
Come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then.
Really don't like how you say that. Notes by Derachet. 1 point manipulation, conviction, and occultism. I've already read all these. I've got nothing left to read, unfortunately. These are all books that I'm missing. Okay. Well. Alright. How do I do this again? Each use of the mind costs 1 essence point. I don't remember the command for using that. Thoughts on reading.
So, go and take care of your mission, and come back and see me once you've accomplished it, Louis.
Totally trust. I don't think demons really do trust. No physical harm. I don't think it's Louis has been particularly violent. I think the only chance you get is like punching Napoleon, which is optional. I wonder if that's foreshadowing when one of them tries to get violent. Maybe. Well, even as diplomatic political intrigue with demons in the mix, a bit of action is probably gonna happen. Yes. Persuade them to vote for Lord Mortimer. I'm going to try to persuade them, but I'm not going to, like, mind control them if I can help it. As much as possible, I'd like this to be legit because I want them to make their own decisions. And if that ends up them deciding to vote against, then, oh well, humanity doesn't deserve to advance the way that
Sir Johann van Voon.
Mortimer wants them to advance. I mean, that's just... If you want to talk about the greater good, and you think it's better to just force people into doing things for the greater good, you can do that. I don't think I want to be a part of that.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wollner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
Oh, here we are again. I don't want to use my precious points on that. I don't have Carmelite water, because I used it up.
Let's see. A simple toiletry case? Never mind.
Okay. Is everybody in the dining hall? It's always so quiet here in the hallway. There's hardly anyone ever here. Oh, George Washington.
Mr. President, I was looking for you.
Well, and are you, would you believe it? What on earth are you up to now? You make me change my mind for the vote of the conference, and then you proceed to change sides yourself?
I'm allowed to, like, think on it and decide later that maybe my original decision was false. I mean, it happens. We haven't voted yet, so we're still deciding things. Sheesh. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Mr. President, you of all people should know that happens all the time.
Yes, I I do understand you being surprised. I'm sorry, but there have been new developments.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, flip-flopping is pretty common in politics, Mr. President. You're gonna have to get used to that soon. He was looking for you in his room? Yeah. You're the one who was right. Sarah passed on her choice to me. Mortimer persuaded me in the end. What are you talking about? You're the one who was right.
In fact, you were right. I've been thinking about it since our discussion, and I've been able to talk to the other guests.
You should have listened to me, you young fool.
You were absolutely right. Please accept my humblest apologies, sir.
All right, all right. I have my share of responsibility too. After all, I didn't have to listen to you.
Exactly.
Listen, I must apologize once again, but it's not too late.
Louis, listen. This is the last time you'll be dragging me into any such schemes. You realize you are playing with the destinies of nations. For goodness sake, grow up, young man.
Excuse
You're right,
me.
Mr. President.
What do you
cannot
mean,
apologize
grow
enough.
up?
Please come back to us.
Of course I shall come back. But from now on, please keep me out of your shenanigans.
I promise, Mr. President.
And try to stick with one opinion. At least until the
What?
vote.
You have my word.
Good. Now leave me, I have work to do.
Excuse me, sir. With all due respect, Mr. President, you're telling me that I should grow up and be mature? I think, like, questioning your beliefs and questioning your opinions just to make sure that you've actually thought about it thoroughly is a very mature thing to do. And sometimes when you do that, you come up with a different conclusion because you might have realized something you didn't realize before. I think that's a very mature thing to be doing, Mr. President, with all due respect. I think that as you grow older and wiser, or you learn new things, or you read more, or you get more information, it would be stubborn of you to stick to an opinion simply because you made it in the past before you had all this new information. You know, that's called being stubborn, not being mature. So I'm sorry, but I totally will have to call BS on that, Mr. President, sir, with all due respect. I'm sure historically President Washington changed his mind a few times too. Thank you. Thank you. With all due respect, sir. He sure caved easily himself. Exactly. Like, he didn't have to listen to me. At the end of the day, his decisions is his own. I didn't drag him into a scheme. I just tried to convince him of my opinion. He caved. Ultimately, he didn't have to. He didn't have to go with my opinion. I shared it. I tried to convince him. And later on, I changed my mind. I shouldn't be scolded for that. By the way, I looked at it last time, but forgot to share because I was curious that there was some kind of article mentioning his drugs, laudanum stuff. So someone based on real facts. That's interesting. Okay, so I persuaded Mr. Washington, even though I think Mr. Washington has some growing up to do himself, personally. Never thought I would say that during a video game, ever. I cannot tell a lie, Mr. President. I changed my mind. Cannot tell a lie.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Your Eminence, would you have a moment?
Even though
I shouldn't really, Louis, as you can imagine.
Rest assured, I come just as a friend.
No matter how I look at it, between my affection for you and the conference, I can't hide my disappointment that you're changing sides, Louis. With all due respect to Lord Mortimer, how could you follow him like this?
I understand your disappointment, Your Eminence, but I have good reason to.
It's got nothing to do with it, but you didn't come and see me in my room a few hours ago, did you?
Does he remember anything? Oh no. No, I'm sorry. You must
I don't
be
have
mistaken.
any choice but to lie
I've
to
been
him.
speaking to Lord Mortimer in his study.
I must have dreamed it then. It seems so real.
Don't blame yourself, Your Eminence. We're all exhausted. I can assure you of that.
That's very kind of you, Louis. I don't know what's wrong with me at the moment, but I feel rather fragile.
Poor man seems terrified. It'd be a good idea if I reassured him a little before trying to get him to change sides.
Oh, what did you want from me exactly?
Let's see. Piaggi, manipulation. Does he know?
Your Eminence, maybe you ought to get some rest. You look exhausted.
Out of the question, Louis. I haven't come here to rest, and my obligations.
I only had
call
one
before my
chance,
personal
man.
needs.
I didn't like
Don't
any
take
of those
this the wrong
choices.
way, Louis, but I would like to be on my own just now.
I
As
only-
I already said, I shouldn't even have opened the door to you, and
It was the only
I'm
chance I had.
exhausted.
All right, I think I'm failing
I
this
won't
badly.
change my vote for the conference. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, I'm
You're
sorry.
your own man.
Please excuse me, I
You're your
didn't mean
own
to bother
man.
you. I'll be on my way now. Damn it. I'll have to tell Mortimer that I didn't manage to convince Piaggi.
Yeah, it's okay. It's my one failure so far in the entire game. This is when, of course, it's the finale that I actually start
me.
failing things. Of course it is. Is there anything new in my room? Considering Piaggi has been possessed more than once at this point, I would have expected him to be more cautious. At least there was no nosebleed from Louis. That's true. I hope Mortimer won't try to control Piaggi as a result. I hope he doesn't either, because that would be really bad. I mean, just in general, like, I'm not completely on board with. I like Mortimer's ideals. His ideals make sense, but what I don't like is forcing people to vote one way or another.
Duke Manuel.
Richet, I am surprised you dare speak to me.
Come now, my Lord Duke.
I hope Sir Gregory will make you sorry for betraying him.
In politics, one must know how to play the ball on the bounce. This might be hard for you to believe, but things have changed.
What are you implying?
I forgot etiquette.
I've simply found out more.
About what?
About the project. And
Vulnerability, manipulation.
also about the parties present. It was enough to convince me.
All right. What have you found then?
When you find out, you'll hasten to join us.
Right. Well, you have piqued my curiosity, Richet. I have a funny feeling you're hiding something from me. Why exactly did you choose to follow Lord Mortimer?
He's vulnerable. He's immune to etiquette.
You really shouldn't trust Home. Look at him. He's playing at a lot of different
Oh,
tables,
immunity.
and you're clearly not his priority.
That is ridiculous, really.
He's
Really?
allied to England. Come on. You're not saying that Spain holds England in its heart, are you? You never stop fighting each other for control of the seas.
Monsieur de Richet, if I may offer you a word of advice, leave politics to
I'm not
those
doing
who
very
do it
well on this at
professionally.
all.
Now, have we gone through all your arguments?
I'm
no,
not doing
really.
any of this
Is that
well
all
at
you
all.
Have? Right. Let us
Tactless.
save time and stop the charade, Louis. In all
Still
friendship,
leveled up,
I
though.
must say, this conference has allowed you to learn from the very best, but you are going too fast, in my opinion.
Damn it. No good. I haven't persuaded him. You
I've
oughta
done
grant me
so
one
well
more
up to
minute.
this point.
That's enough, Louis. I have already stretched Sir Gregory's recommendations by granting you these few minutes. Enough is enough. I bid you good luck, I bid you good evening, and may the best man win.
Yes, we shall see. Well played, Louis. At this rate, Louisiana is likely to remain Spanish forever.
Oh, this is very, very bad. Very, very bad. On behalf of
Emily?
England, I apologize,
Emily, it's
Godoy.
me.
Come in, Louis.
I just saw that. What's that servant doing in your room?
A gift from father.
You're joking, right?
Really?
Unfortunately not. He's worried about my health.
Ah, typical. Of course, I understand this is in no way an overreaction on his part. Anyway, I've come to see if you're better.
That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'd appreciate it if we kept our last discussion to ourselves, Louis. I'm not very proud of the state I was in.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
And did you manage to speak to Mortimer?
One moment. I'd rather continue our discussion away from any curious eyes. Follow me next door, please. You wanted to know if we spoke? Well, let's just say he didn't stick around long, but yes, I can definitely say we spoke.
Psychology. She's vulnerable to psychology, but not questioning and logic.
And did it go all right? I imagine you spoke about yourselves.
He confirmed what Sir Gregory told me, that he really is my father. That he didn't know I was his daughter until a short while ago.
And, well, how are you? Did you take it all right?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel like I've lost all my bearings.
And what about me then?
Do you trust him?
I don't know. It's hard to say. He's our father. He has started to initiate me, and he's been pretty fair so far.
He has been
now, that
fair.
said, you can't say he's gone about gaining my trust in the best possible way.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think of him?
Honestly, I no longer know who to believe. The only one I really trust is you, so I shall follow you this time.
So, I can count on you for the conference vote then, right?
You can. I shall support Mortimer's project.
Perfect. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. See you later for the vote.
Yes, see you later.
Now I just have to go to von Volner. He wasn't in his room, though. Not that I saw, unless he was in the balcony. Maybe von Volner was in the balcony. Let me just double check one more time.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Monsieur Jacques Peru.
Is Peru still in his... Peru is... Did he leave? I thought he left. Right? I thought Peru left. Could be wrong.
Dear Monsieur Peru. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Nice. No, he's not here. Didn't think so. We're gonna have to, I'm worried about what the consequences are of not convincing two people, but we shall see. Okay, that's not gonna work.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Maybe he's in the dining room. I think that, yeah, because I don't search.
Golden elixir.
He's not on the balcony. Not that I can see. Golden elixir, it's going to go to waste. Okay, maybe... Persuade them to vote for Lord Mortimer. Well, I didn't do so hot with either of those, so... Giving me one chance is a little bit rough. Actually, no, where am I going? Gotta go this way. Three out of 5 isn't bad though. That would be majority. So I mean, if it weren't for the fact that it's supposed to be a unanimous, like, vote to succeed, then this would be so much easier. No, not that way. Considering Mortimer's willing to forget a letter to the Pope, to forge that to the Pope, I'm sure he has other ways of cheating too. Oh, I don't want to cheat though. I really don't want to cheat. This is not how I wanted to navigate my way through this game with these people.
I need to talk to Von Wollner.
There he is. Oh, there.
Blasted. Holm is with him. Gentlemen.
Louis! I'm sorry, but we're waiting for Duke Manuel. If you wouldn't mind leaving us, I should think you already have enough to do as it is.
Very well. I didn't mean to disturb you. Just my luck. He'll only talk to the Duke. Right. We'll have to fix that.
How? How am I gonna fix that? Louis, let me in on your plan, because I have no idea what you want to do.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service
You
day
want
and
me to
night,
go to
sir.
Godoy. Right? He will only talk to the Duke. Which is... That is... Which one's the... Godoy is the Duke, right? Minister... Lieutenant George Washington, Emily, Louis de Richet, Jacques Peru. I'm not doing well with any of these people, though. I'm surprised it's even worked in any past councils, but I assume they had to bribe and stuff in the past as well, unless Gregory and Mortimer usually agree up till the point that he wanted democracy to be mainstream. Yeah, that's what's... I'm not really sure about.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy.
He already doesn't like me.
Yes, monsieur. Is there something you wanted to add?
Concentrate. I need you to listen carefully to what I have to say, Godoy.
I am all ears.
Louis, push. I need you to do me a little favor. It's working, that's it, Louis. Get in his head.
Oh, dear. What is happening to me? I do not feel very well.
I need your help, sir. Get in his head.
I have to get in his head. I don't have a choice.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sure I'll know how to take full advantage of your vessel, now that I am Manuel.
I didn't want to do this, but the game forces me to. Alright. Alright.
Duke Manuel, here you are at last.
Sir Gregory, Mr. von Wollner.
Thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I'll leave you with Johann a while. I still have a few things to settle. I shan't be long.
See you later, Sir Gregory.
Oh, Godoy. Come over here. I'm warming myself up. I had the misfortune to step outside and I'm frozen solid.
I wonder what he was doing outside. Something to do with what Holm asked him for, maybe.
Mr. von Wollner, I wanted to speak to you. I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm all ears.
Now, we don't have much time, so here it is. You will vote for Mortimer.
What a strange idea, Godoy. You are being ridiculous. Tell me now, why would I do that?
Wollner. I'm just trying to remember. Diversion.
Damn traitor is about to drop us.
Okay, I need